Good morning and welcome to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston, President and CEO of the Roby family of companies. We're your hosts. Thanks for spending your Sunday morning with us. Whether you're in the car or on the couch, you're always at home with Roby. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, R-O-B-Y.com. Trent, we have a great show coming up today. It's great to be back on WBT on a Sunday morning. We have the Home Builders Association of Greater Charlotte in with us. We're going to talk about all things that go with that organization and what they're doing for folks building homes in the Charlotte area.
With that organization, it's my organization.
It is your organization. I was
not
going to
mine
let
as an ownership, but I have been on the board of the Charlotte HBA, which now is the HBA, the Home Builders Association of Greater Charlotte, which includes Cabarrus and Mecklenburg counties. We had a merger this past year with Cabarrus County HBA, the HBA up there. So we got a lot of new things going on, a lot of new blood. So we're going to have Dennis Pless, who is the leader, my level, the volunteer leader in Cabarrus County, owns a contracting firm called DP Contracting. He's a good friend of mine. He's going to join us in the next couple segments. And then also Catherine Lewis, who is our EO, our executive officer, our executive director, who really does all the work and runs the organization and keeps us NARI contractors in line. So we're going to have them on the show. I'm very fond of the HBA as an organization. It is to promote home building and home ownership and the community that home builders and everything that flywheels and spins off of the home building community in the greater Charlotte area. That's what it does. It has an ethical component, has an educational component. We have an acronym we say, MAN, M-A-N, marketing, advocacy, and networking. That's what our goals are as a board. It has been that for a couple years coming out of the recession, and it's fun. It's a good fraternity.
It's a great organization, and if you're listening and you're thinking about building a home, you can give us a call at Andrew Roby. You know, you can't get a better, a more reputable builder than Andrew Roby. But Trent, what's great about it is the organization itself is. It allows people to get an understanding of what builders are all about, what they can do for them, and really brings everybody together so you help one another and really maintain the industry and the integrity of the industry.
That's it. I mean, it's similar to NARI. I was president of the NARI organization. Patrick McIsaac, that runs Roby Electric, is currently in his second year as president of NARI. NARI is the National Association of the Remodeling Industry. It's more for remodelers, but very similar to the Home Builders Association. The HBA has both organizations are national, and then they have local chapters. But the HBA has a lot more national builders because you have national home builders, D.R. Horton, and you have regional home builders and such. So the education that I get out of it, I've said this before when we've had NARI on the previous show.
Right.
I'm stingy. I think when you get involved in leadership, you got to put your money where your mouth is. You got to give your time and give your energy and network with people so that you can learn, and that's what the Home Builders Association is all about. And the advocacy, the goal of our organization, is to keep the cost of building a home down,
right? So
that it can carry over to the homeowner.
So people can afford to build a home and enjoy all the things that go with that in life. So.
I mean, frankly, if you let bureaucracy get out of control and you don't keep it in check and they tell you what you got to do to build a house, the cost will get out of control, and then people won't be able to own a house for a reasonable price.
Right.
So... And then we won't have work as contractors.
Yeah, so it's to use your term you use quite a bit on the show, it's the flywheel, right? It all kind of comes back together. So it's great. If you're thinking about building a home, you want to know what that process is, talk to some folks that understand it and can help you along the way. Stay with us through the next break. When we come back, Dennis and Catherine will join us from the Home Builders Association of Greater Charlotte. Now, Trent, a lot of times on this show we talk about giving back, things in the community. I know you have a project coming up in the next week or so that's dear to your heart.
Project next week or so. That project's done.
Oh,
Donezo. It's called.
I thought you had some leftovers. That's why.
Well, we got some leftovers, but We don't have that many leftovers this year. We had a great day on Thursday. Had our 8th annual Still Creek Presbyterian Church barbecue. I know a lot of my church friends and pals listen to the show, so give a shout out to everybody's effort. It's cool to have a community, whether it be a church or whether it be a business or whether it be a trade organization like the HBA or NARI. It's cool to have a community come in and work together towards a common goal, and that's what we did. I mean, you get up at 3:30 in the morning and load butts on the grill 2 days in a row. A little sleepy, but it's fun,
Right.
and it's how stories are made, and it's what we'll be laughing at in 6 months.
It's how you meet people too, right? You get people coming out, new people get involved in the church and the community.
Well, my dad I'm not that intelligent, and I don't know that many skills, but I can pick stuff up, and I can carry stuff, and I can watch what people need and try to hand it to them. And
so you're not cooking, is what you're saying?
I don't. My wife. I've done it heavy. I've done it heavy for about 6 years in a row. And my wife asked me the other day. She said, "Could you do it?" And Bruce Doan and Sandra Doan, his wife, are good friends of mine, and they've had the barbecue up at our church for all of 8 years. And I said, "With Bruce?" And she said, "No, if Bruce died." And I told Bruce his story. He's like, "Oh man, you're getting morbid on me." And I said, "If I had Sandra,
Yeah.
No, if I had the playbook, I could do it, but I cannot do it."
You're too busy carrying and talking, I'm quite sure.
But it's
that
fun.
whole-
It's a good time.
It's a great time. I've done a couple of those before in the past. It is a good time for a great cause.
Rubbing butts.
Okay, so it's Sunday morning. All right, Trent. When we come back, we're going to be joined by the Home Builders Association of Greater Charlotte. Dennis and Catherine are going to be here. Stay with us. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. We'll be right back.